Low voltage short in a heating and air conditioning system, the board may perhaps continue to, you may have a 5 amp, 3 amp, whatever amp fuse you may have on the board. It may resemble like a fuse, say in a car fuse, and this fuse continues to blow, which may be a good thing in a sense of the word, because if this fuse fails to blow, then perhaps it may go back and it may trip the transformer or blow the transformer. So a fuse is less expensive than actually changing the transformer. So transformers may not be that expensive in an HVAC residential setting. However, so what happens each time you set it up, you put a new fuse in, say hypothetically whether it was a 5 amp or a 3 amp fuse, and you put this in, and then at some juncture you realize the fuse blows again. So now, is anyone that's fooled with any kind of HVAC, these low voltage shorts can be very tricky. So they're not for the faint of heart. Sometimes they can be easy to find, easy to locate. Sometimes they can be difficult. Sometimes they may be in the air handler. Sometimes they may be in the wiring harness. Sometimes they may be in the condenser outside. Sometimes all the way on the inside could feed the could short out. So say you have the green wire, which is the fan. It could be on the green wire. It could be on the Y wire, which feeds the condenser. Could be that normally, which goes outside. Then you've got a blue wire, a common. It's got a red wire, a hot. You've got a white wire that feeds the heat. It could be on this wire. So you've got an orange or a brown, which is a reversing valve. This is for heat pumps normally only, not a gas furnace. But notwithstanding, you try to find these shorts, and you just work countlessly. Perhaps you're on the phone with the tech support and both of you are trying to trace it down. And it's easier to trace down when you're sitting here watching a video. But if you can learn the theory of it working with a video, this is much more profitable. So when you're under a house, around ductwork, in spider webs, on top of dirt, perhaps water draining, there are many different scenarios that one could find themselves into. So underneath the house, in the attic, or say hypothetically if it's 95 degrees outside, it doesn't take IQ of over 160 to determine that it gets hot in the attic. So notwithstanding, how could we find these shorts? Well, they make a little tool, and this tool here, one could simply take the fuse. Say if the fuse was here, they could take the fuse and remove the fuse from the board. Say hypothetically, we'll pretend we have a board here. We remove the fuse. Okay, we clamp this on one side where the fuse would go, this on the other side. And I don't think it matters, either one could be interchangeable. So then we could fire the system up, or either you could do it that way and run it around. Now, when you get to the point to where the circuit where the low voltage short is, there may be a little light in here, so this little light may come on. So this is just a telltale sign and a quick and easy-esque way to find out where the low voltage short is. So if you know it's hypothetically in the Y wire, and the Y wire goes outside, you can start tracing it down and keep from going all the way back through all the rigmarole of the other areas where it may or may not be, and it can lead you in the right direction. So just remove the fuse. Say hypothetically, we'll pretend there's a board here. Pull the fuse out. In all probability, the fuse, if it's been run, if it's blown, and take the fuse out, remove the fuse, clamp one of these on one terminal where the fuse was at, the other one on the other terminal, go through the system, or either unplug the wires and plug one by one. When you get to the particular circuit to where the low voltage short is, this light may come on. So you're like, wow, okay, now this is on the green wire. So at this particular point, then we know, say that would be the fan circuit. So then you start tracing down one or two wires and one wire, and you know which circuit, or if it hypothetically goes out to the contactor, you may say, well, the contactor could be shorted, the coil, or different. There's so many different scenarios, but at least it gives you, you know exactly which circuit to start tracing and which circuit to go to. So this tool here may save an individual a lot of time, because now you can do it with a multimeter. You can do it other ways. The HVAC gurus or experts. But if you have something this simple and it turns a light on when you get to the short, so then at this particular point, then you say, well, the short is in this particular circuit. So if you've got, say, 4 or 5 different wires, you start tracing that one wire in the direction where that one wire's at, and it becomes a process of elimination, or a process ease of elimination, to save you a lot of time. So again, to recap, remove the fuse, clip the alligator clip on one side of where the fuse went on the board, clip the other one here, and run through the system. When the particular short comes on, the light should come on, and you'll say if the short was in the Y wire, you would know it's in the Y wire, so that comes to the air handler, and sometimes perhaps goes to the outside condenser. So then you would start following that short back all the way from there to the outside condenser, and then follow the schematics. And you may have to get the schematic diagram if available and follow the wiring diagram. But once you follow the wiring diagram, then it may the conundrum may be solved, because you know exactly which direction you go. So again, when this is clipped here where the fuse would be on the board, and the light comes on, that's the particular circuit where the low voltage short's at. And this may help you find the low voltage short in a residential HVAC system. So hope it helps, and hope you find this video helpful, and have a great night.